Hey there, if you're like me and you're looking for a better way to create and sell online courses, then you want to check out Highlevel Memberships. It's the best platform out there that's better than Kajabi, Teachable, Thinkit, Podia, and ConvertKit. In this video, I'm going to be showing you all the reasons why Highlevel is the new favorite platform. And one of my favorite platforms that I use specifically because I'm able to integrate my entire business all into one platform again. Then one thing about the membership platform is it has developed over time. Back 2 years ago, when they just started it, there was a lot of different things that you had to do to manipulate the back end in terms of the color schemes and the way things look and function, or the way the buttons are highlighted. Now they have the ability where you can manipulate that and also provide commenting is another cool thing, and a lot of other different cool features. So it's gonna be really cool to be able to show you that. So we're gonna hop in this video and get started. What's up, guys? How you doing? Colin Osborne here, and welcome to Technology at Work. Once again, in this video, we're gonna be talking to you specifically about how to create and sell online courses, specifically using the GoHighlevel membership website. And if you think of any of the other platforms that you've used, Kajabi, Teachable, Thinkific, Podia, and ClickFunnels, those things are now replaced into one system, allowing you to be able to harness essentially all of those different types of principles all in the same platform. And that's the beauty of GoHighlevel, and that's why I love it. And I am advocating for anyone who can think and be able to use their mind to craft out the perfect business model for themselves. Obviously, making sure that you understand your operation component. Anywho, getting into that, make sure you guys, if you haven't already, go onto my website, just click on YouTube. It's right here. What's going to happen is it's automatically going to take you to my YouTube channel, where you'll be able to subscribe. That's really going to help out the channel. Want to definitely grow this and try and get as many people on board with this type of lifestyle when it comes to business, being able to manage and run your business all from one platform and doing it with ease. And specifically this, I'm going to show you guys how to sell courses online. But also make sure you guys check out the blog. There's a bunch of informed content on different digital marketing concepts, whether it's using the GoHighlevel social media scheduler, creating batch content for your social media, and a lot of the resources that I also use are all on the resource library. Highlevel specifically right there. Canva, which is perfect, 100% perfect when it comes to generating graphic content for thumbnails or social media content posts and stuff like that, and then being able to schedule it out for 30 days, 60 days at a time, so you don't have to think about it every day. And then and I'll get into all these other ones in a different video. But anyway, so once you sign up, you'll be also connected with me for life, because once you sign up with Highlevel, I mean, there's really no other system to use. It's beautiful and allows you to really operate any type of business underneath of it. And I want to be able to provide you with consultation on getting that set up for your business. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop into my system. You could follow along as well too in your system. So what I've done is I'm logged into my Colin Osborne membership site platform. And the way you'd go about doing that is scrolling down to the tab right here, sites, and then clicking on memberships and setting. And this may seem a little bit familiar to people who are on the Kajabi side. I mean, it honestly almost looks like a replica of Kajabi. And this system has updated since I've been using it. When I started using GoHighlevel, I think it was like in 2019 or 2018 or something. And I didn't really honestly have an extreme deep dive in Highlevel until I managed a rather large social media marketing consultant, and they dealt with a large database of clients and managing email marketing, and they would essentially have a membership site with a big course. And those are the different types of things that I believe people who are watching this video want to hear, and I'm going to show you how to do that as well too. It is a little bit intricate because it's super customizable. So like understanding what goes where and how things are with websites can be very important. So let's go to site details first. So just a little bit about site info. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can put your title there, subdomain. If you don't have a custom subdomain, this is the subdomain that you can use to access your business, your membership site. You also have a support email depending on, if you have an email set up for that. I show in a previous video how to set up a business email, and then I also show you how you can have affiliate, it's not affiliate, an alias, excuse me, and how to set up an alias for your business so that you're not giving out your main email address and having your clients text you all the time or communicate with you when they shouldn't be. I mean, your piece at the end of the day is your piece. With this magic link, from what I can remember, I believe it's a link that you can give to anyone where they would essentially have an auto log in. Like if someone accesses that link, they will be able to access the entire membership site. So, and we'll on all the courses, I believe. Let's go to my advanced thing. Custom JSS, custom CSS. I used this back in the day. Actually, I was on a Facebook group, and there was this African guy who was really a whiz at doing custom CSS, and at the time you couldn't manipulate the membership backend like you can now. So I had him go in there and add in some custom CSS to update the highlighted button feature on the course, which I'll show you later on. And back then you couldn't do it, now you can, which is awesome. But this is where if there were some things that you wanted to do past what the system can offer, this is where you would go about doing as well. I mean, there's other places too, but this is the start. Branding, self-explanatory logo, favicon. It's pretty simple. Entrepreneur CEO is a course. Well, it's really a business, and a course, Start the Business, is going to be launched January 1st. And essentially that's a course on starting your business from zero, meaning you have no idea how to register your company as an LLC or anything, to walking into a network meeting, having full capability of your web presence and being able to manage that in a organic setting. So that's going to be the beauty of that course, and looking forward to launching it. If you guys haven't already, I have a wait list. It's going to be at the bottom of this video that you can click on, sign up for that, and if you do sign up for that, I'll make sure to give you a little reward when the course does launch. Anyways, moving on to the next component, we have the custom domain. So easiest thing to go about this, I know some people want to be hard-headed, just use Cloudflare. I'm not going to go into super detail about how to do this because I've done this in my previous videos, but all you really need to do is go to Cloudflare, get the domain that you specifically want, and then you're going to put an A record pointing to 34.72.209.232, or a CNAME record pointing to previewmembership.messenger.com. Really self-explanatory. You set that up, add in the domain, and it's going to easily, seamlessly work. If you guys have some issues with it, make sure you guys go back to my previous video. I'll probably try and put it somewhere up here. But watch my previous video and you'll be able to see on setting up a website, because that's really going to show you how to do that properly, because it does get a little bit janky in the back end. But for time purposes, I'm not going to get into that too much. Email settings. So one thing you can do about this is you can create your own emails that you can essentially have set up when a customer or student logs into your membership site immediately. So say like it's John Plumbing's plumbing school, and I go to sign up for how to lay pipe. When I sign up for it, I'm going to get this email. It's gonna be like, welcome to John Plumber's pipe laying school. Let's wait till this email loads. So yeah, so I have it so that when a contact logs in, or excuse me, signs up for the course, they'll essentially get an email. Hey, John, welcome to, like I just say learning community, but I was talking about the plumber. Welcome to pipe laying school. Here's the username and password, which is auto-generated. Course login. They can also click this button, log in here. There's my information. It's set up. I don't have to think about that anymore. Unlike back in the day when you needed to have a assistant or something like that do it for you. This essentially is just automatic, which is how I like to live my life. Send a drip email. Essentially, this would be like in the event you have a drip category on your membership, which I'll show. I don't have one yet, but I will have one. And it really depends on how you want your business to be. I mean, how you want your course to be like. If you have a drip series, it's probably going to be something that's more hands-on, where you don't want them to have complete access to the course because it's very specific on a foundation, like a brick laying course, where it's like, hey, I'm giving you this brick to lay first, and then after you've laid it properly, I'm then going to give you another brick to lay, and then so on and so forth, and you kind of build on top of that foundation. I definitely need to write that down because that was awesome the way I worded that. But anyway, so app details, essentially now they have updated this component. I think it came out like a month ago, but it allows you to have a better user experience via the mobile app, because before it was honestly quite trash, just to be honest with you. And not to say anything to Sean Clark, it hadn't been updated in a while, and he did a great job to do it now. Sean Clark is a guy that he's a Highlevel CEO, and actually I remember when he used to pick up the phone he used to be the guy to pick up the phone when Highlevel was first. I know it wasn't at the beginning of Highlevel, but essentially still in its infant stages, and now it's still crazy how he's able to communicate on Facebook the way he does. But anyway, so you're able to manipulate the app colors and make it extremely customizable to yourself. I have some app icons there so that my course specifically looks branded and professional to the average person. Our mission at Entrepreneur to CEO is giving average people accessibility to become an entrepreneur or business owner. So hopefully that helps, guys. We're going to move on to the next phase of the game, which is the offer section. Well, actually, I should probably go to the products. Let me go back to, I'll actually switch to products here. So just to kind of give you guys an idea of what products is versus offers. The product is essentially going to be what you're building, like your product, your video courses and the content. All those things are going to be essentially created and built on this system. Your product will have different types of categories, subcategories, main categories. Your product structures can have different sub-lessons, and you can also have an assessment and so on and so forth. You can add another category. The only thing about this is when you add another category, I'm not exactly sure if you could do it. Yeah. So the only issue I'd say is that once you add another product category, I believe it's difficult to delete it. That's the only thing that's annoying. So be careful when you add another product category, because you're essentially just going to have to hide it or delete it and then basically do it all over again. So be wary of that. Inside this particular system, there's just a couple of things you can add. So for example, we created a assistant course for our virtual assistants so that they're able to, instead of me having to every single time I need to hire someone, I need to tell them about what our mission is and what tools and resources to use, how to use the tools and resources, what the daily routine is, how to use 1Password, which is a system we use to, basically, we have all of our information on there, all of our username and passwords on there. I can go in and log into any website I want to. You'll be able to physically see me do it, and you still won't be able to have my passwords, which is pretty tight. Because it's all locked down in 1Password. Project management system, so they're able to, manage projects efficiently using ClickUp, using Jasper, which is their content management system, content generation system. It helps us generate content like this YouTube video, preparing for that. as well as, our blogs, blog posts, and different, Instagram quotes, captions, and so on and so forth. I also provide a tutorial on GoHighlevel using Adobe Creative Cloud, we use Premiere Rush to do our video editing, and then we have a test as well. So I'm just gonna go inside of one, just guys give you an idea. Actually, we'll just go to the preview, so it'll kind of all make sense here. Now, not all themes are built the same. I personally like the main theme that they have, just because it's just more, in my opinion, professional feeling, and I like the ebb and flow of how it vibes, and it's just more customizable in my opinion. But anyway, so I have all of these videos, different tools, resources, and the videos essentially say it shows them exactly what to do, and then when they're done, they would go and start a quiz, and that quiz then gets recorded, and there's different automations that allows me to which allows me to be able to view the course, and then make a decision on whether I want to work with that virtual assistant from there. But now I can just funnel people through this particular course and get a quality product out from that based off of that information. And it's always going to be there 24/7. You can send as many people you want through it, and you can have 50 virtual assistants trained the same way, the way you want it, exactly the way that it's going to be, with all the information provided to them right there and then. So, customizing. New York and new is a different one. It's obviously new. I don't really like it. I think it's a little bit, janky looking. And New York, I just didn't really care much for the customization and some of the different tab highlights. But just to show you a little bit about the theme settings, you can control the layout right here if you want to add a background, but I just personally think it's simple is better, so I didn't really want to add like a picture or anything. But maybe if you have some type of cool logo or some type of cool thing that resonates or compels you to put it there, then be my guest and do that. Going over to the sections. So my background, white, center. I wanted to have training here just so that it's very apparent of what your of what's being offered, and then having the spacing for the assistant. You can add a title, different fonts. If I wanted to change this font to 34, I could do that here in a different black font. Same thing with description, and then obviously start the course content. Button as well. I wanted a button to be gold, so I added that there. Pro tip, there's a Google Chrome plugin called Eyedropper, and it's really useful for if you have a brand color. Because when you look at different brands like Coca-Cola and KFC or Chick-fil-A, Dunkin' Donuts, they have their own color, their own type of color. And it really sticks when you see that pink. You're like, oh, it's Dunkin' Donuts pink. Or like this Jasper icon down here. This is a specific purple that, will resonate with you every time you see purple. So, be wary of that in the event you want to brand out, and really, that's just a branding technique. Making sure that you have that there. Lesson progress, that's going to be, as you progress, this thing will fill up. Course body is going to be based off of just, font, subcategory, category subscription, lesson description, being able to manipulate that there. And you're going to have to plug and play and work around with that. I'm not going to get into too much detail because that's not something that I really messed with when I added in when I was editing my course. And I just honestly wanted to have something that was straight to the was like, hey, this is what we're doing, do it. Doesn't need to be that super pretty. I like white and clean, crisp, like the white phone, not the white phone, the iPhone, excuse me. Don't cancel me for saying that. But anyway, so Also, let's go to lesson body because I actually want to change the color of the highlights. Course navigation. So let's make the highlights gold because I want cool. And then let's see, high background font color. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save that. And then let's go back to, let's go to preview and see what it looks like. Cool. So I have it now where it shines gold. I want it to be gold so it stands out a little bit more. And I provided just a little bit of information about like the daily routine. This is where you can download your copy, and then you're going to put the name and then save it specifically, and become process oriented when you're thinking about the flow of your course is going to be. Does it actually provide you with the efficiency that you need, or are you just spending money aimlessly at someone and providing them with information to essentially screw up so that you have to then do it yourself? Because that's what I used to have to deal with, which is annoying. Anyways, so hopefully that helps. Let's see what else. Now, creating an offer. What is an offer? Essentially, an offer is going to be like what you're labeling the product as, so that when it also generates a link so that people can sign up for it. But essentially, like what the customer price is, and is it a free offer? Does it cost them a certain amount? And also is for sorting purposes. You can be able to track kind of that information. An offer can have different products that are added into it. You can also do upsells, like specifically for the Start the Business Lite course. I have it where the upsell is obviously the Start the Business course, and you can have it in the one-click upsell, in-app upsell, which means like it'll offer it, like it'll be like, hey, get this now, and it's really cool how let me see if I can pop it open. You can see what I'm talking about. I think you actually have to log into that, but let me see if I can preview this. So I think it's after you sign up for the course, what happens then, it's like, hey, a one-click upsell, get the Start the Business course for $297. Now, you're going to have some descriptions, or maybe have a video here or something like that to be able to explain it a little bit more than just this blank copy. But you get my point. Being able to have it where that someone could just click it and it just swipes the card, and because they already put their money in, makes that process extremely seamless. So hopefully that helps. You can also add different products in here based off of what you're offering. And like, if you have a Christmas special and you want to launch it for this percentage of a price, you want to add in specific courses or a bundle, you'd be able to essentially do all of that through the course. Essentially being able to be your own Billie Jean or Tony Robbins, sell courses online. That's essentially what this is. You can also have a get link where you can send them specifically to that login page to sign up for the offer, but it might, it didn't for me, but it may have just logged me in. But essentially this would be the page that you would send to people for them to sign up for the free offer and set up for your membership course. And then let me just kind of go to create offer. You see how real simple it is. You put the title, add what product is going to be on there based off of what your offer is, and then provide it with a price. And using Stripe, you can have a test in live mode to test to see if your Stripe account works and is firing properly, because that's also important. Make sure you guys do that, because I've been there where I've been sending ads. I've been running ads. I'll tell you guys a funny story. I was running ads one day for a business owner, and they didn't have their Stripe account set up. So everyone that would properly, so when everyone would go and buy, it would just say it wasn't firing properly, or the Stripe account wasn't connected or something. Essentially, he threw away, money, which I obviously compensated, and we got his account back up to green. But at the end of the day, you go, when you go through life, you have experiences where you learn from your mistakes, and to say I'm perfect is a complete lie, because I'm not perfect in business. But anyway, so let me see what else is there to show, if there's anything else. Oh yeah, so talk about automations. So another thing with automations is it allows you to connect your membership website and be able to have it do certain things. So for example, if you wanted someone to, let's just go to the Start the Business Light free opt-in. So I want, when someone signs up for the Start the Business Light course, so this course right here, oh no, excuse me. So I want, when someone signs up for this course, so the offer access granted or memberships new sign up. And the reason why I had these as being different, I actually have to figure out why I have both of these here. It's a little confusing. Because you really honestly only need one. They both kind of technically do the same thing. But I will have to, that's actually kind of an interesting one, because when they sign up, it's the same thing as them going in here. I have essentially an offer page and also a product page, because I didn't really like the offer page in the way that it was. Let's see if I can find it. I created an offer page so that when someone comes on to, when someone signs up for this, they're going to be, all of these things are going to happen. Opportunities created, they're then sent an email that I've created about their purchase confirmation, and that's specifically, not that they purchased something, but I just like to call it that. And then an internal notification about what's happening next, or just kind of providing me with information about the program. This is very important because it allows you to customize the experience of the customer as well as the experience for yourself. How do you want to be told that you've been, that you've gotten a lead? How did, like, so you really have to think of, how does your business work? I like to have everything go to my phone, because then I could just see it all for, like, look at it one time, be like, all right, cool, it's awesome, and then go about my day. But if some people like it sent to their email, or they want a text, or they want a Facebook message, something like that, that's 100% capable of using the automation software. The same thing for the, let's just go look at the start the business payment notification. And this is a very essential workflow automation. So I have it so that you start the business workflow whenever someone buys, specifically if it's a new membership website where they come to the offer, the order page, or if an offer is granted to them, and an access granted, and I actually know the difference. So if it's a membership sign up, that means they went onto the offer page and signed up. If it's an offer access granted, that means I would have had to have manually gone onto their contact and then granted them access. And then all these things happen. It's just, and it seems a little annoying because, like, it's a different thing, but you just gotta have it there. So just remember that. I have a welcome email going out about, like, about the learning community, who it gets assigned to. It's updated in the opportunity section for specifically my pipeline. And then there's an email, a push notification that goes out, as well as a note that essentially provides me with a log of, what time someone bought something and when they specifically bought it. So at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, and I'll show you guys what the finished product looks like. So if you go to entrepreneur.com, entrepreneur.co.org, and you go to programs, I don't know if it's going to actually, it might log me directly in. Okay. So it logged me directly in, but if you do log in at entrepreneur2ceo.org, you'll see how the courses sections are set up. And then when you have an in-app upsell, there's going to be like one here with like a little like buy me, buy me. It's going to basically say that, you know, like in, I don't know if you guys have seen Martin where it's like buy me, you know, he's talking into the TV. Anyways, I'm old soul. But that's essentially how it looked like, you know, and they'd be able to go from accessing the training, go on here, start. You have all of the courses set up here. Here's me talking my Ravens jersey, my daily routine, provides it with all the information necessary to really honestly do the job that I want them to do. Like, hey, do this exactly the way I want it to be done. And now I don't have to repeat myself 50 billion times to 50 billion people in order to train someone. I can be like, just send them the link, guys. Tell my assistant, send this person the link. And then if they can't pass this easy test at the end, which I have created specifically, like I have 5 questions. What client relationship management system do we use? What client relationship, let's see. What client relationship management system do we use? It's not Salesforce, it's not Zoho, it's not Trello. It's definitely GoHighlevel. What password manager software do you use? Like if you just did not watch the videos, then you'll fail. I learned this from my Naval Academy education. You are tested at every single level of the game. Eating, being like a person, a good person of moral character, you know, whether you knew your military knowledge or not, even your people ranked you. So it's always good to be tested, and that's what I like to do in my company is make sure that you're keeping your mind on the prize, or in the Naval Academy turns your eyes on the boat. But anyway, so that's essentially how a membership website is set up, and then how you can manipulate it to your liking. And you know, you just have to get kind of creative with it when it comes down to it. So anyways, guys, once again, if you have not already, make sure you go and subscribe. I mean, you might as well do it. You've been watching this video for 31 minutes now, and I'm tired, you're tired. If you subscribe, you know, you're gonna be provided a lot of value for the next coming weeks, because I plan to probably just drop a bunch of videos on digital marketing, and then, you know, other marketing material and concepts that I think every person can use to grow a business from scratch and make some money. Anyways, this is Colin Osborne with Technology at Work, and I thank you for watching this video. Talk soon.